Alright, let's get out of the way. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment if you like. Tomo Chan's a girl? Episode 1 started off with one of the most masculine anime characters, and one of the dumbest characters to ever live in anime. So this masculine girl tells her friend that's kind of stupid, hey, I like you. And he said, if you feel like that, why didn't you tell me sooner? I like you too, bro. And of course, that's not what she meant, but he's really dumb. He somehow doesn't get it. But at the same time, I'm thinking, maybe he does get it, but he's just playing stupid. And the whole gist of the show is that, even though her best friend sees her as a male, she just wants him to see her as her fucking girl. She explains to us that they've been neighbors for a really long time, and they even walk home together a lot. But for some reason, during middle school, when she put on a girl's uniform, it didn't click in his head that she was a girl at all. He just said, are you serious? Is that some type of fashion statement or what? I sometimes believe he truly does believe that she's a male, because he even spanks her and says, let's go, the bus is waiting. But of course, she's really aggressive, so she punches him in the side. And he's like, oh, wow, that actually did hurt. But thankfully, she has a best friend that's smart. I honestly think that she's smarter than most of the people in that damn class. And the things that she says aren't even that smart. All she says is that, think about it. Take yourself out of that situation and think more fucking critically. You only play sports that mostly males play. In middle school, you would fight boys. And the most craziest one for her is when they were in kindergarten and she wanted to play house or dolls, she would never play with her at all. The audacity on this woman. The only thing that she has that's girly is that she has big volleyballs. So she tried to talk to him in a more girlier voice, and that's when it gets really cringy because she starts sounding really strange. And he says, man, you should stop doing that because you sound kind of stupid. And so naturally they get in a fight, and when he grabs her shirt, her chest is open and she gets embarrassed, but he doesn't care. He's ready to punch her in the face. So she goes home to her dad that owns a dojo, and he says, what happened to your face? She tries to explain to him, but in a really loud voice, and they just yell at each other back and forth. You can really tell they're related. But the mom is very different than them. She's very quiet, she just cooks, and she listens to what they're saying. And when they're walking to school, he says, I don't think I could live my life without you being my best friend. So, can you talk to me again? You're the only person I feel this about. And she starts blushing, and of course that gets her and says, sure, I'll talk to you again. And then she asks her friend for boy advice again and says, if a boy and a girl are eating lunch at lunchtime, does that mean that they like each other? And she says, yeah, it does. So we should fix that. And she starts walking towards the classroom, and Tomo follows her, and now they're going to go eat lunch with Jun. So it looks like they're dating or something. For that, a classmate of his goes up to him and says, hey, I've seen you with Tomo a lot since you were kids. How far have you gotten? And in his head, he's thinking, fighting-wise? I've beaten her in every single way. What is he talking about? She looks like she has a great body and she looks really flexible. And he says, yeah, I guess so. She's really good with her feet. Yo, what? So then she goes over to him and punches him really hard for saying that, and then they have lunch. But then Tomo's friend has to clarify it for his classmate, saying they're not together. He doesn't even know that she's a girl. Even though she has... Whoa! Disgusting, but yes. Oh, you don't get to fuck around with them, only I do. Then one day it's raining and Tomo's friend and Jun are just sitting there because they have no umbrella and they're waiting for someone to come out with one. Jun doesn't really like her because when they were younger, they decided to dig up someone's backyard as if it was a beach, but then the old man gets really mad at them, and what do you know? The only person that's not there is Tomo's friend, the one that actually thought of the idea, and that is one of the reasons why he doesn't really like talking to her. And for a good reason. She says, what would you say if she ends up getting a boyfriend, and because you don't see her as a girl, she ends up with this guy and tells that guy that she loves, and then she pushes her into the rain. But luckily, Tomo comes after that and says, what are you guys doing? They play it off like it was nothing, and then Jun and Tomo walk home with their umbrella, and she doesn't want to get very close to him because she was sweating a lot and she might smell. And he says, don't worry about it, we're just bros, right? And she starts smelling her, and because that's super weird, she starts running off, and he's like, hey, what's wrong? And he shouldn't feel bad for Tomo's friend because she finds an umbrella and she just takes it from the classmate. He was trying to get closer to her, but she tried to evade that. He catches up with Tomo and she's really wet, and he's like, here, take this umbrella, because he sees that she has a chest. Finally, I think he knows. And then he starts running away because he feels embarrassed. And after that, she goes to karate and she's talking to this person who likes her, but she does not realize it. And she says, how do I become more girly? And he says, I already like the way you look. Really? What about me do you like? He starts stumbling on his words, thinking, and he looks at her chest. And basically says, you know what? It's your confidence. It's that you don't care what anyone thinks about you. So these two gangster girls are trying to pick on Tomo for some reason, even though she's very strong, but I guess they don't know that's her. So before she says anything, she tells her friend, hey, there's two girls that are trying to pick on me, what should I do? And she says, since you've never fought with girls, you don't use your fist, you verbally attack. So whatever you do, don't punch them. And then she says, if they come back, tell me so I can go over there and beat them up, verbally. So Tomo goes over there and meets them after school, and she has her fists up ready to fight them. And the two girls get really scared. We didn't come here to fist fight you or anything. And then they start getting really terrified, and she says, alright, then what did you come here to do? They tell her that they've been jealous of her because she hangs out with Jun, and that is already enough for her to put her fist down and say, wow, you guys are fucking jealous of me? No way! Now we're friends! And then the episode ends with the same gag. The main character doesn't know that she's a girl, and she says, respect me, I'm more of a girl than you think. Question of the day, who's more dumb, the main character or Tomo? Alright, that's the end of the video. Peace.